Yo, what's up? It's your boy ShowtimeDr. Being all serious, making like my serious rune video and all this other stuff. We're actually gonna chill this time. So, this video, I'm actually gonna go through the storyline. Because a lot of us don't really know about the storyline, me included, but every time I've read a little snippets of the story here and there, it's always been kind of entertaining, so. And I asked on my Twitch, and people were like, "Yeah, we want to hear all the story stuff." So it's not too long. Um, and if I find a better way to do it, I'll figure it out. But for now, I'm just gonna go through the codexes and read like the character synopsises and stuff, and who they are and who they've interacted with, etc. So in this video, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go through the Shadow Guild, the White Knight, and the Dark Knights. If I'm feeling it, maybe I'll go through the Marvelous Heroes, because there aren't that many. And then I'll save, like, the other ones for other videos, and... But yeah, so let's get started. So if you've ever been interested in the story of this game, and you wanted some guy with a deep voice to read it for you, I'm happy to oblige. So, let's start out with Morrigan. Do this here. The Slaughterer Morrigan. I would click the illustrations, but it kind of puts like a weird video angle. I'll show you guys. It's still kind of cool though. Anyways, alright, so let's get started. A member of the Drayden elites, Morrigan was born to a noble family in eastern Garnile, but was disowned after her bloodlust for beautiful men was uncovered. Afraid that news of her punishment would forever stain their reputation, her family chose to instead to strand her in the distant wilds. There she crossed paths with Amon. He was the first man she targeted but failed to kill. From that day forth, she has served under his command in the Junta Drayden, and has come to dote on him like a lover. There are only two men in the Drayden elite who she cares for, Almond and the almost equally beautiful Burndandi. So I wonder if those guys are going to be characters at some point. But basically, Morrigan was disowned by her family for having a man lust, and she respects strength, so that's kind of interesting. Don't you think that's interesting, Morrigan? What do you think? Yeah, I think she's entertained there. Alright, so let's roll over now. We're gonna get Callie. Callie is the #1 character I want in the game that does damage. She's classified as a hybrid though, that's interesting, but she's the hardest dungeon in the game. Anyways, the controller Callie. Let's get her illustration going on. Ninjas and girls equals boobs. Let's do it. A member of the Drayden elites, as well as a determined perfectionist, Callie abhors the imperfection of ordinary humans and is obsessed with divine beings. Driven by an endless craving for knowledge, she has devoted herself to decrypting ancient relics. However, she tends to interpret her findings with a religious bias, which causes factual errors in her work. Callie sees humanity's existence as trivial and in need of controlling, and she aspires to fill that need. That's why she stepped up to make the rules and oversee less senior members in the Junta Drayden. Of course, her edicts have been approved by Amon, and he doesn't always see eye to eye with her. She also frequently comes into conflict with Morrigan, who has very little regard for the rules she sets. So there you go, Callie's kind of a control freak, like, for those of us who live in California, like just about everybody in California. You need to lose weight. You need to think like I do. Yeah, whatever. Conversation for another day. So, alright, let's get into the White Knights here. We're gonna start off with Skill Claire here. Oops, I mean Sinclair. My bad. For those of you that have played Sinclair's Dungeon, you know what I mean. Right, Sinclair? Right? Alright, baby. Alright, so go ahead and do the illustration. It's funny, I was pointing out earlier, like in my other stream, it seems like they have a lot of characters that like they're really calm, but all of a sudden in their ultimates they turn into like lunatic crazy killer types or whatever, so. I forgot I didn't do any of her emotes. There you go. I'm not gonna do ultimates because it takes a little while. Gosh, she looks so sexy. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to request in my other video. Damn it. Another thing I'd like to see Netmarble do? Let us choose from their 4, 5, and 6-star skins. I would love to have that more again. With the purple. Or, you know, just filter through them, get us some skins. That would be pretty cool. Dang it. Eh. Make another video sometime. Alright, so we're starting off with... Wait, I said we were gonna go with Skill Claire here. A member of the Heldria Knights Kingdom Elite White Knights. Before being drafted to the White Knights, he lived as a dog, like a dog as a gladiator in the underworld. Damien, the leader of the Knights, rescued him and later recommended he join the White Knights. Really? I would have thought Sinclair was the number one. Damien's the leader, huh? That's interesting. Alright, let's check out Ramu here. I've actually been kind of curious about her. It seems like she's one of those, like, you know, I'm a teenage anime girl that has a strong sense of justice. We'll see if I'm close or not. A member of the Hydria Kingdom's elite White Knights, born the illegitimate daughter of a Vicomte. She was discriminated against as a child and concentrated on honing her combat skills to stave off loneliness. Interesting. Which eventually led her to join the White Knights. She doesn't talk much, but knows when she speaks up. But knows when to speak up, my bad. She relies heavily on Marduk, but ignores Sinclair. Eh. Yeah, I did kind of see that in the storyline thing they had going on. Interesting. Alright, so let's go to... Guess we'll roll up to Rebecca. Everyone's favorite SSR hero to hate. Because everyone has her. What do you think about that, Rebecca? Yeah, I get kind of mad too. Anyways. Oh, that's a pretty drawing. I like her leggings. Alright, let's get into the story here. Remember the Heldria Kingdom's elite White Knights. Born a peasant, she rose through the ranks to join the elite White Knights. Her excellent people skills allow her to swiftly judge others' intentions, and she puts her talents to work, handling the order's finances and administrative tasks. Oh man, that sucks. So you're a good judge of character. Here, do this paperwork. We'll be at the party at the bar. Good times. Alright, Big Bad Marduk. Let's see what Marduk has going on here. He is one big dude. I remember when I had him before I re-rolled. That guy would block out like 4 characters and I couldn't see like their celebration poses. So what do you think about that, Marduk? You're too big, baby. You want some of this? You want some of the doctor? I'm a raid boss in my stream chat, baby. Anyways, a member of the Heldria Kingdom Elite White Knights. Originally a foreigner, he earned his citizenship by serving Heldria as a knight. After making a name for himself as a knight, since in the theme here, he caught Damien's attention and was commissioned as a White Knight. Though far from talkative, he's faithful and attentive, and his comrades can always depend on him. So it seems like a good guy Marduk here. And last but not least, actually the leader here, Mr. Damien himself, the White Knight that most people don't use. Apparently he's underappreciated, but I don't know for sure. I don't use him either. He's just sitting in my inventory. He kind of reminds me of like Mega Man or like a Voltron type guy or something, but let's see what he has going on here. Leader of the Heldria Kingdom's elite White Knights, he is the second son of a duke, and despite his pretty appearance, he's willing to step up and take matters into his own hands when the kingdom or justice are involved. His straightforward personality keeps him from making many friends. While cleaning up the underworld, he rescued Sinclair and befriended him. Later, he recommended that Sinclair join the White Knights. So basically, this is like your justice, kind of like your. Seems like he could be kind of like, what do you call that? What's that when you're religious, but you're kind of like cultish, you know? But like in the name of holy or whatever. I always forget that term. A zealot, that's what it is. So it seems like he might be a zealot. So there's your white knights for you. I guess we're gonna get into the dark knights now. Not as many dark knights. See what's going on. They haven't appeared in this story yet, so I'm kind of curious to hear about them. Let's start with the girl who's gonna get. Actually, let's start with Ashley. We'll do that here. So, Mr. Ashley. Pretty unique character design. I think he's a pretty good character. He does some of the top single target deeps in the game. I don't know what's up with all this pink, though. That's kind of odd for like a Dark Knight, but whatever. Pink and yellow and red and black. Quite the color scheme. Only Ashley could pull that off, baby. I like the design on his sword, too. It's pretty cool. Looks like something out of like Soul Calibur or something. What do you think about that, Ashley? I'm just gonna grunt a lot. I love his ult too. Actually, he's the one guy I'll show his ult. I just love how cool he looks. Just like, Ike. He doesn't even like, he's not even like aiming it or something. He's just like, go get him. Like he's controlling some bots or something. It's pretty funny. Alright, here we go. As a dark knight, the highest tier of the knights from the Grand Duchy of Delcart. He seems like a boisterous and careless man, but is an excellent strategist and is skilled at playing mind games. With his charisma and his ability to command large groups of people, he is naturally suited to leading other knights. Because he is much more interested in chasing skirts than honor and money, the nobility doesn't see him as a threat. He was already skilled in dark magic when he picked up the sword and effortlessly mastered that as well. So it seems like this guy could be leader, but he's too busy chasing girls and money, so that's too bad. Alright, let's get into Nemesis here. Nemesis seems like she's apparently getting buffs from what the dev note was saying. You could tell she has a lot of love in her design. They give her all those extra little graphic things. Sword of Divine Punishment, Nemesis. I forgot, I really should have been reading everybody's titles. Let me get Ashley's in real quick. Heart-piercing eye, Ashley. You go ahead and do the White Knights while we're at it. Firm Justice, Damien. Firm, baby. Iron Wall Protector, Marduk. Office Worker, just kidding. Arrows of Punishment, Rebecca. What about you? War Reaper, Sinclair. That's a badass title. I like that one. Courage of Hope. It's kind of like a double. Fun. Alright, let's get back into Miss Nemesis here. A dark knight of the highest tier of knights from the Grand Duchy of Delcart. She's straightforward, positive, and even reckless. She loves fighting in battles, but hates studying battle strategies and sword skills. So she's often unorthodox in combat. Her instincts and judgment always guide her to victory. She wants to befriend Mary, a fellow Dark Knight. Doesn't have anything else. So I guess maybe her and Mary have a little rivalry going. Interesting. Got anything to say for yourself, Nemesis? The thing of reading always takes it out on my throat. I'm gonna say Mary for last, because I'm most curious about Mary, so we'll get to Demos. Blessed Faith, Demos. Yeah, it looks like a dork in that picture. Just funny, because he's like a badass knight. You got any issues with me calling you a dork, bro? Oh, snap. After me. Alright, let's see here. Dark Knight, yada yada yada. A kind-hearted man who is always willing to give advice. Blessed fate, Demos, by the way. He feels more comfortable helping others as opposed to being helped. He is the anchor of the Dark Knight, serves as a sort of team mom. Okay. In fact, because of his beautiful appearance and gentle manners, he is often mistaken for a woman. I make that mistake all the time with, Abel. Mr. Butterfly. He is one of the few that thinks highly of Ashley despite his wild disposition and bad manners. Team mom, huh? He does kind of have the skirt. Are you a team mom, Demos? Alright, let's get into Mary. Grim Reaper Mary. Mary kind of reminds me of Ivy from Soul Calibur. That's a cool picture. Is that really what her staff looks like? Huh. See here. Yeah, I guess it does. I never even noticed that before. I wonder if that's like a demon or some type of crazy animal hybrid or something. That's cool. Booty. Booty. Hey, at least she wears a bra. I'll give her that. Alright, so let's see here. The Dark Knight of the highest tier from the Grand Duchy of Delcard. A free-spirited woman, no kidding. She places great importance on her personal privacy, so most of what's known about her is speculation. She has the power to summon several undead soldiers. Does she? So she is important to the sparsely populated Grand Duchy. She is the only Dark Knight who doesn't have troops under her command. Interesting. That's cool. They kind of leave it open. There's a little bit of mystery going on there. Guess those are the dark spirits there. So slow pan. I want a slow pan. Anyway, so that's all the knights then. Alright, we'll do the Marvelous Heroes, and then I'll call it for now. Next time we do one of these videos, I'll do the Honorable Heroes, and that'll be quite a video. And the Special Heroes video will be even longer. There we go, most of these guys, you know them as raid bosses, and... Except I don't think she's a raid boss, I thought she was just a tank, but... Alright, so we'll do, Miss Electra here first. Charming Destroyer Electra. One of the best tanks in the game, if not the best tank. Depends what you're doing, but in most cases, she's best tank. Isn't that right? Damn right it is. Check out her illustration. She has a really cool design. I like her design. You don't see too many characters that look like her, that are human. Kind of like a half dragon or half serpent. The horns and everything. I guess it's more demonic with the horns. Noise. Alright, let's see. A female Draen equally powerful to Haspel. Really? Oh well, Haspel's that big demon guy that was in the prologue, and we currently got him for the Britain event thing. Lewis' experiment made her immortal. Oh, okay, so Lewis, for those you know that don't know, in the story mode, if you don't pay attention in the story, he's the big dude. The big demon guy with the wings that's immortal, so... Lewis' experiment made her immortal, but she was sealed away until Raiden released her. She looked up to Antalis, who once ruled the Draen Empire, even going as far as to call him father. So she naturally hates his killer, Raiden. She pursues every form of beauty, but unlike her siblings, she prefers to stay in the Therian Theropic? What the hell? I don't know what that means. I'm about to look that up. Appearance due to her complicated feelings about the queen who gave birth to her. Well, hell, I'm looking that word up. See here. Ready for this, guys? Hold on. Therianthropic. I'll read it for you guys. Let's see here. Meaning, especially of a deity combining the form of an animal with that of a man. Therianthropic is a mythological ability of human beings to metamorphosize into other animals by means of shape-shifting. Interesting, okay. Never knew that one. That's a new one on me. And then so... she hates Raiden, but Raiden released her. Raiden, I believe, is the guy that's running around and he's like trying to get his love back and he's like fought all the hero groups. The caster dude. But that might be someone else. Maybe I'm wrong. That's interesting, yeah, because I've never really seen a story on Electra, so... apparently her father was killed by this dude that's running around. And she was asleep for a while, but she was immortal. Alright, let's check out Britain now. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. R-rated hero. SSR. Alright, I'm done with pirate jokes. I've actually watched his ult. It's like you figure he'd have like this awesome big boat. It's like the most basic boat because they were saving programming time, of course. That's a cool photo. I like that one. He almost looks like a tactician, which I guess he sort of is. Well, let's see. The leader of the Satan village and their previous captain of Laurel's pirate crew. He originally united the villagers to fight the Grand Duchy's unfair policies, but over time they turned to piracy. They have bravely fought against the Grand Duchy's battleships, but also raided neighboring villages for food and supplies. He raised Laurel as his own after her parents' deaths, but disappeared fighting a sea snake, and has never been seen since. R.I.P. 440 out for Britain, baby. Or pour like a plastic water bottle. That's cool. Alright, let's check out the cane. I think the cane has... no, wait, before I do. Ruler of the Sea, Britain is his. 6-star. The cane has one of the most, if not the most awesome design in my opinion. I think even his 4-star is awesome. Yeah, this guy's ridiculous. I'll save his like skills and ulti for later though, but he looks so cool. Totally looks like someone you'd see out of like a Guilty Gear X or something anime. Anyways, let's get to his story. The long-lived owner of the runic sword. He originally rose to prominence as the leader of the 5th generation of humanity, and discovered how to use runes to achieve things that humans could not. He sealed his spirit inside of a runic sword crafted with his sweat and blood, making himself immortal. He has lived into the present era as a hermit in the underground castle that only he has access to. Oh, so interesting. Seems like all the bosses in this game have immortality in some weird way or another. Pretty funny. Get ready to die. His amazing design, dude. He's so cool. Alright, well, so I hope you guys enjoyed this story thing. Yeah, hopefully, you know, if you guys are at work or whatever, you just want to listen to something, you can at least hear the story. I'll be doing more of these, probably like one a week, something like that. I'm not gonna rush these. And then when we get more content, you know. So, alright guys, that's been it for the storyline video for now. And, you know, I'm gonna do all my plug stuff. You can see it on my other videos, but ShowtimeDr on Twitch. check the link description. You can get to my Discord, etc. So, anyways, guys, peace out. I'm done with videos for the day. Take care.